Many actors we watch turn out to achieve amazing careers and live out their dreams, but what happens when they make headlines for committing a crime? While some celebrity crimes receive widespread coverage throughout the media, others might have slipped under your radar. With the pressure and stress of working in the Hollywood industry can sometimes lead people down the wrong path. It's no doubt some ended up committing crimes and losing all the attraction and charm they once had. This video is a reminder that even celebrities are human and make mistakes. It's important to separate their personal actions from the characters they portray on screen. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about Hollywood actors who became horrible criminals. Lindsay Lohan. A popular actress and singer known for her work in The Parent Trap, Freaky Friday, and her lead role in Mean Girls. Lindsay's first slip-up was during her work on the movie titled Georgia Rule, when she received this letter from the CEO of the production company. She had apparently failed to show up on set, therefore production was held, plus the cost of $500,000 a day was lost. For the years to come, Lindsay found herself in lots of legal troubles stemming from probation violations, drug and alcohol abuse, and theft. So yeah, you can really see how the Hollywood and party scene impacted her life. In January of 2007, Lohan admitted herself into a rehab center. She continued to work on the movie titled I Know Who Killed Me. Soon in May of that year, Lindsay was arrested for misdemeanor drunk driving charge after she had crashed her Mercedes-Benz into a tree where she apparently lost control of the vehicle. She was then checked into Promises Treatment Center in Malibu, where she was fitted with an alcohol monitoring bracelet following her release. So that's great, right? No one got severely hurt during the accident, and she went into rehab, received an ankle bracelet. It seems like she was trying to take care of herself. Well, that didn't last for long, because in July of that year, just 2 weeks after checking out of rehab, Lindsay was arrested once again. A woman called the Santa Monica Police Department, saying Lohan was trying to run her down with a car. Lindsay was then charged with drunk driving, cocaine possession, and driving with a suspended license. Yikes. And get this, the woman Lohan was trying to run over wasn't just a random lady. She was the mother of Lohan's former personal assistant, so I'm guessing there was some beef going on between them. In August, Lohan entered another rehab center, this time in Utah. That same month, she pled guilty to misdemeanor cocaine use and driving under the influence. She was then ordered to serve 1 day in jail, 10 days of community service with 3 years of probation. But apparently she was only in jail for about 84 minutes. That was due to overcrowding. On July 6, 2010, Lohan was ordered to serve 90 days in jail for probation violation. The judge also ordered Lohan to serve 90 days in a drug and alcohol rehab program after her jail term is completed. Just 2 weeks later, Lohan was put into handcuffs in a Beverly Hills courtroom and taken to jail to begin her sentence. Then, in August, she was released after spending barely 2 weeks behind bars and taken immediately to rehab yet again. At this point, you can really see the struggling repetition of Lindsay Lohan's. She gets arrested, gets sentenced, and then goes to rehab, only to repeat her mistakes over and over. In January of 2011, while shopping at a jewelry store in Venice, Lohan allegedly walked out with a one-of-a-kind necklace valued at $2,500. The store clerk then reported it to the police, which created an investigation on Lohan. The necklace was quickly handed over to the police by someone associated with Lohan. A week later, Lohan was charged with felony grand theft. In April, Lohan spent 5 hours in custody before posting a $75,000 bail, after being sentenced to 120 days in jail for violating her drunk driving probation. She was also ordered to perform 480 hours of community service, and her felony theft charge was reduced to a misdemeanor. Then, in 2014, she moved to Dubai. Her reasoning was that it's illegal for paparazzi to follow you around there. She changed her lifestyle and started dating the Saudi prince. Kind of a weird flex, to be honest. But in 2018, this bizarre video shared by Lindsay herself, where she approaches this family and tried to take one of the kids back to her hotel room.
Do you want to stay in a hotel tonight? Do you want to watch movies? Yeah. It'd be so cool, right? To watch a movie on TV or a computer? Yeah. Let's go. You should not have them on the floor. You should be a hardworking woman. I'm freezing right now. And you should be doing what you do for your children so they have a better life. And if someone's offering them a home and a bed, which is me at this moment, give it to them. Look what's happening. They're trafficking children. Shut up. I won't leave until I take you. Now I know who you are. Don't with me. You're ruining agriculture by doing this. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. I'm like in shock right now.
This is such a weird video and put Lohan into headlines once again, this time for attempt kidnapping. Today, Lindsay is luckily doing better. She had a movie in 2022 titled Falling for Christmas and even cameoed in this year's Mean Girls reboot. Justin Roiland. Mark Justin Roiland, you might not have heard of his name, but you'll recognize his voice. Rick and Morty, Mr. Poopy Butthole, and Oscar from Fishhooks. These are just some of the characters he's voiced. Justin got his start in animation through Channel 101, a media collective that was essentially a short pilot film festival. That's where he created a rough draft of Rick and Morty. Justin voice acted and wrote for several shows such as Fishhooks, Gravity Falls, and Adventure Time. On December 2nd, 2013, Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon officially released the first episode of Rick and Morty, which instantly grew a cult-like following and became Adult Swim's most popular and successful show to date. Justin created several other animated shows like these, Koala Man and Solar Opposites. I've never watched any of these, to be honest. He also made video games under his very own company, Squanch Games. High on Life is my favorite. It was a pretty fun and entertaining game if you ask me. In May 2020, Justin was arrested and charged with felony domestic violence. This came from his ex-girlfriend. However, this news didn't come out to the public until January of 2023. Adult Swim announced that they ended their association with Justin Roiland, recasting his roles and continuing his work without him. Even though he pleaded not guilty on March 22, 2023, the Orange County District announced the charges were dropped due to insufficient evidence. Then in September, NBC published this article titled, Justin Roiland used his fame to persuade young fans text messages show, which shows evidence of Roiland using his fame to SA his Tinder date and persuade young and some underage girls into relationships with him. Showing tons of messages dating all the way back to 2013, there were 11 total women, with 3 of them being 16 years of age and 2 of the women claiming SA. He even DM'd a 15-year-old minor on Twitter referring to her as jailbait. Just look at this video.
So here are the DMs, do a little scroll. I told him I was 16. He said he's looking for my pictures and knows why he added me. Says I was super cute, and let's just go up here. New tab. And it is him.
Justin Roiland made a statement on social media saying all these claims were false, and now that the legal case has ended, he's focusing on moving forward and restoring his image, with his lawyer Andrew Bretler siding with him, saying all the allegations were false and defamatory. Ezra Miller was once a rising and upcoming star with so much potential, until the reign of terror began, with so many controversies such as accusations of grooming, arrests, abuse, and erratic behavior. Ezra's first run-in with the law was on June 22, 2011, when they were arrested and charged with possession of marijuana. However, the New Jersey judge agreed to dismiss the charges, issuing 2 citations of disorderly conduct, which came with a penalty of $600. On April 1st, 2020, a video surfaced the internet of Ezra Miller seemingly choking a fan.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro. Fight?
Just another April Fool's joke, if you ask me. While no charges were pressed, the lady in the video did speak out on the incident. She said she asked about Ezra's feet after noticing some wounds, which Ezra explained were battle scars from a fight. After discussing how they got them, she began to walk away but turned around and joked, "But just so you know, I could take you in a fight." Miller replied, "You really want to fight?" And the woman told them to meet her in the smoking area in just 2 minutes. She said, "I think it's just fun and games," but then it wasn't. All of a sudden, they were on top of me, choking me, still screaming in my face if I wanted to fight. In January 2022, Ezra Miller posted this video on Instagram.
Hi, this is Ezra Miller, aka the Bengal Ghouls, the Mad Goose Wizard, and this is a message for the Beulahville chapter of the North Carolina. Hello, first of all, how are y'all doing? It's me. Look, if y'all want to die, I suggest just kill yourselves with your own guns. Okay? Otherwise, keep doing exactly what you're doing right now, and you know what I'm talking about. And then, we'll do it for you if that's really what you want. Okay, talk to you soon, okay? Bye!
Yeah, Ezra sent death threats to the North Carolina telling them to unalive themselves. Ezra also referred to themselves as the Bengals, the Bengal Ghouls, and the Mad Goose Wizard, whatever the that means. On March of that same year, Ezra was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and harassment over their alleged involvement in two separate incidents that happened at a karaoke bar in Hawaii.
I film myself when I get assaulted for NFT crypto art. What's your name? What's your badge number? Tell me your name and your badge number. White key.
Ezra.
Full name, full badge number.
Control 131.
I'm being arrested for disorderly conduct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The police say Ezra grabbed the mic from a woman singing karaoke and lunged at a man playing darts. Miller's $500 bill was paid for by a couple he was staying with, but 2 days later, that same couple filed a restraining order against Ezra because they had stolen the couple's personal belongings such as passports, wallets, and bank cards. Later, the case was dismissed. In April, Ezra was arrested once again on a second-degree assault charge for throwing a chair at a woman, striking her in the forehead. At this time, the internet was also blessed with this video of Ezra showing off his dance moves. In June 2022, Ezra Miller is accused of grooming Takada Iron Eyes, whose pronouns are she, they, and goes by Gibson. Her parents also claimed Ezra groomed their child since the age of 12, allegedly drugging their child over the years and displaying cult-like and psychological manipulation and controlling her behavior. Gibson later issued a statement on Instagram downplaying her parents' claims and said Ezra has only provided loving support and invaluable protection. In August of 2022, Ezra was charged with felony burglary for stealing several alcohol bottles. Soon they pleaded guilty to misdemeanor and 1 year probation in an agreement with prosecutors to drop 2 charges, meaning the case was closed if the year-long probation was not violated. James Franco. He was once the biggest name in Hollywood, with his catalog consisting of the OG Spider-Man franchise, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, This Is the End, The Interview, and so much more. Everything was going great for Franco, but on January 7, 2017, during the night of the 75th annual Golden Globes, James Franco took the stage to accept his award for Best Actor in a Comedy, while wearing a Time's Up pin, which is in support for fight against sexual misconduct in Hollywood. But in that exact moment, Ali Sheedy, a former co-star of his, tweeted, "James Franco just won. Please never ask me why I left the film and TV business." Also, other viewers tweeted to criticize about Franco for his alleged treatment of women in the past, including 2 women who made specific accusations against the actor. But the main focus was on a 2014 incident where Franco slid into a 17-year-old girl's DMs on Instagram. Soon, James admitted to texting and trying to meet up with this young girl. She said she was nearly 18 and responded with, "Should I rent a room?" What the actual f***? On God, this Hollywood industry is so weird, so beyond weird. Like, she clearly said she was underage, and his response was, "Should I rent a room?" That's disgusting. Never. I would never. A month after the awards, 5 more women came out and accused him of seducing these women into doing unwanted sexual activities while he was their teacher at an acting school. And in 2019, 2 of his students sued him for sexualizing his power as a teacher. The charges were eventually dropped, and he did admit to his wrongdoings and agreed to a $2.2 million settlement in which, according to the court documents, $894,000 would go to settle the sexual exploitation claims, and the remaining $1.3 million would settle fraud claims from about 1,500 of his students who paid for the classes at the acting school. Shia LaBeouf. Another one of those actors who was once at the top of Hollywood, starring in Disney movies before heading into the blockbuster scene, including Surf's Up, Indiana Jones, and the Michael Bay Transformers movies. Shia had many incidents where he had plagiarized passages or sayings to include in his very own graphic novels, but that only led to him plagiarizing his apologies. Very odd if you ask me. Shia's first couple arrests were pretty stupid. He was arrested when he was 9 years of age on suspicion of stealing a pair of Nike shoes, and the second was for stealing a Game Boy from a Kmart at the age of 11. In 2007, LaBeouf was arrested and spent 2 days in jail after attempting to stab a neighbor in Van Nuys. Then a few months later, an intoxicated LaBeouf was arrested in Chicago after refusing a security guard's commands to leave a Walgreens at 4 a.m. He was cited for misdemeanor criminal trespassing, but the charges were eventually dropped. On July 27, 2008, Shia was arrested for drunk driving in Los Angeles. LaBeouf got into a car accident with 2 other women and his car rolled over. Luckily, no one was seriously injured in the accident. He was cited for misdemeanor drunk driving instead of felony because the injuries suffered by the others were minor. LaBeouf was clean out of trouble for a few years until 2011, where he was detained for a bar fight when he got into an altercation with a patron. The man reportedly punched LaBeouf in the face. The LAPD soon arrived and broke things up, placing both of them into handcuffs, but no one pressed charges.
Doing, dude. Mike, quiet him, man. What the f? Dude, stop. Look at me.
On June 26, 2014, he was arrested and charged for misdemeanor disorderly conduct after an intoxicated Shia disrupted a performance at New York City Studios 54. He stood up in the audience, shouted, and reportedly smacked Alan Cumming on the ass.
I'm thinking about the leather pants and him winking at me, and he walks past me, and I give him a slap on the ass because I think he deserves it.
He then mouthed off the officers who came to arrest him, forcing them to use a spit guard on him. What the fuck is a spit guard? Apparently this mask is what a spit guard is. He pleaded guilty that September and was sentenced to 3 months of alcohol abuse treatment, and the charges were to be dropped if he went 6 months without more bad behavior. In October of 2015, he was arrested again and booked for misdemeanor public intoxication after him and a friend ran down the street and jaywalked in front of police officers. They warned him to stop, but he refused. He was quickly put into handcuffs and released that same night. On July 2017, Shia was arrested yet again, and you can probably guess this time. Yes, for public intoxication around 4 a.m. in Savannah, after trying to borrow a cigarette off 2 men, one of who was a police officer. During his arrest, he was being a bit too aggressive with the officer.
I have rights. I'm an American.
Come on, talk to me.
You got me in my hotel, arrested me in my hotel for doing what, sir?
Let's go.
Yo, you really got these cuffs on me heavy, bro.
I'll fix it.
In 2020, Shia was charged with 2 misdemeanor petty theft and battery after he got into an altercation with a man, which led to Shia stealing the man's hat. That same year, Shia's ex sued the actor for SA, accusing him of choking her, threatening to crash a car while she was in the passenger seat, and infecting her with an STD. Yeah, that's... oh my goodness. What is wrong with these actors? Later in 2022, she then won the case. LaBeouf sent an email to the New York Times stating the case. He wrote, "I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalization. I have been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I am ashamed of that history and am so sorry to those I hurt. There is nothing else I can really say." He probably plagiarized that apology though. Alright guys, that is the end of today's video. I'll probably end up making a part 2 to this video just because I had so many other actors on my list. I just didn't want this video to be super long. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, and hopefully I earned your subscription. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time I upload.